The Nutty Professor, Eddie Murphy's makeup masterpiece. Hollywood Insiders. Headline: Today on Hollywood Insiders, we take a deep dive into the 1996 comedic powerhouse, The Nutty Professor, Body. Before his roles in The Haunted Mansion, Eddie Murphy delivered an iconic performance as both Sherman Klump and Buddy Love, but how did they make this groundbreaking 90s comedy? In this spotlight is 250 pounds. The side effects include a second personality, an obnoxiously self-assertive braggart who calls himself Buddy Love. Buddy proves to be more popular than Sherman, but his arrogance and bad behavior quickly spiral out of control. More than anything in the world, timid Dr. Sherman Klump, a rotund geneticist with a heart of gold, wants to shed the extra weight to win chemistry graduate Carla Purdy's affection, to self-conscious about his obesity to make a move. Klump summons up the courage to take a sip of his unstable, highly experimental weight loss potion, only to transform into something utterly unexpected: the handsome, lean, arrogant philanderer Buddy Love. As Buddy tries to woo defenseless Carla, inner Sherman must do everything in his power to thwart the obnoxious suitor's plans. But can the Nutty Professor stop his super confident alter ego before he gets the girl? Extremely obese yet kindly man Sherman. Klump is a man of science on the breakthrough of a renovative science experiment. Unfortunately, the only problem is that he wants to lose weight but can't stop eating. But when he falls in love with a new colleague named Carla Purdy, Sherman develops a formula to make himself look thinner every time he turns thin after drinking the potion. Sherman names himself Buddy Love, who is the rude doppelganger of himself. Now Sherman must find a way to control his thin self before all hell breaks loose and Buddy takes over. Sherman Klump is an incredibly fat and good-hearted man. He is a college professor on the verge of a breakthrough in DNA restructuring when he meets an admirer of his named Carla, who is a teacher new to Klump's college. He is enamored of her, but is frustrated by his tremendous bulk. He then decides to test a formula on which he's been working on himself. He is then transformed into the lecherous swinger Buddy Love, and romantic complications ensue. Sherman Klump is a brilliant and a very fat man. One day he meets a beautiful and charming woman named Carla Purdy, and he falls in love with her. He aware to the fact, though, that he is a clumsy fat guy, while she is a young, gorgeous lady. This makes him depressed, but just until he finds the solution for his problem. He decides to drink a potion which he invented himself in his lab. The potion makes him look very good and behave romantically. The new him, named Buddy Love, is the perfect solution for Klump in his opinion. But is that what Carla really wants? Synopsis: Lance Perkins' Eddie Murphy is hosting an exercise program on TV for overweight people. At the Wellman College, thousands of hamsters are overrunning the entire campus, causing general chaos. This is due to the obese, yet loving and kind heart Professor Sherman Klump Eddie Murphy accidentally releasing them by grazing the switch that opens the hamsters' cages. The problem having been contained, Sherman is given an update by his assistant Jason John Ailes about their latest project, an experimental formula that reconstructs the DNA of an obese person to make weight loss easy. It seems that their fattest hamster, Shelly, has lost 3 ounces. Proving that the serum works, Jason suggests increasing the amount Shelly is fed. But the ever-kindly Sherman argues against it, saying it could be dangerous. He then has an unpleasant meeting with Dean Richmond Larry Miller. The dean tells him that the incident with the hamsters has cost the science department most of its funding. Harlan Hartley James Coburn, is the school's last remaining wealthy alumnus and is planning to award 10 million Australian dollars grant to the college. After class, Sherman meets and instantly falls in love with Carla Purdy-Jada Pinkett, a chemistry graduate student who is a big fan of his work. Sherman had dinner with his obese, impolite family including Father Cletus, Mother Anna Pearl Jensen Klump, Anna's mother Ida May, Jensen and Sherman's older brother Ernie, all of whom are also portrayed by Murphy. After noticing that he's taking very small amounts of food from the table, Sherman reveals that he's trying to watch his weight and avoid the calories. His father, Cletus, scoffs him, believing that there's nothing wrong with being fat and that while Sherman can do whatever he can, he'll never get rid of his fat. After his mother, Anna, brings up colon cleansing she saw about on TV, Cletus starts his habit of randomly passing gas, much to the humor of Ernie Sr. and Jr., but to the disgust of Sherman, Grandma, and Anna. Sherman is hurt by the comments Cletus makes, but Anna tells him that he is beautiful inside and out, saying that he can do anything if he just believes in himself. This prompts Sherman to attempt to ask Carla out on a date, which she accepts, much to his surprise. While watching Lance Perkins on TV giving one his speeches of motivation, Sherman falls asleep and dreams he is making out with Carla on a beach, but she gets buried in the sand by his weight. Sherman is motivated, full of energy, and is determined to lose some weight. A Rocky-style montage ensues, showing Sherman trying various methods to get fit before the big date. At the date, it begins well with Carla showing admiration for Sherman's work. But Sherman falls victim to the club's wicked comic, Reggie Warrington Dave Chappelle, who attacks him with cruel jokes about his obesity. Back at Carla's home with tears in his eyes, a deeply hurt and humiliated Sherman says goodbye to his date. Carla insults Reggie for what he did to him and tells Sherman that he is brilliant. Sherman tells her to have a pleasant evening and shakes her hand. At home, completely depressed, he has a nightmare in which he becomes a giant with Reggie being present insulting him again, his mother offering him fried chicken, and his father supporting his fat weight. He lays waste to the city with just a single fart, which is then accidentally lit on fire. When he awakens, he yields to the temptation to try the serum on himself. It works, as he loses 250 pounds in seconds. Overwhelmed, he goes out and buys many normal-size clothing, mainly spandex. As a celebration, he initially celebrates the weight loss but later finds the effects of the serum are only temporary. Dubbing himself Buddy Love Eddie Murphy, he invites Carla out on a date at the same club again. While the serum begins to wear off, Carla later tells Sherman about Buddy, and Sherman encourages her to go out with him. Reggie is present again, and Buddy takes revenge and heckles him, mercilessly, largely by targeting Reggie's mama with fat jokes similar to the ones Reggie pelted him with. During this, Buddy develops a personality of his own as the high testosterone levels causes him to be overly assertive and confident. Finally angered, Reggie tries challenging Buddy to a karate match, but he is once again overpowered as he performs Minnie Riperton's 1975 hit Loven, You on the Piano for Carla, and forces Reggie to perform her signature high-pitched squeal. Buddy then proceeds to stuff Reggie into the piano. Sherman's Buddy persona starts to develop an independent personality due to the heightened testosterone levels of the transformation, gradually changing from his regular good-natured self to perverted, arrogant, and cruel. This transformation is seen by Sherman's lab assistant, Jason,